Okay, okay, I'm here. I'm here. I got it figured out. I figured the thing out. I figured it. I did it. I did it. I did it. Oh, it's still not tracking. There we go. Great success. Great success indeed. Great success indeed. Why am I blushing already? Why am I blushing already? I'm just a little guy. I am just a little guy. Because I'm cute. No, that's crazy. That's crazy. I'm not even cute. Not even a little bit. Thank you very much for the headbats, Lizzie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, Mr. E, Lizzie, Zoe, uh, Nico, and the devil from the Bible, Satan. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. Hi, 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 hi. Ah, not in my eyes. Ah! Okay, let's see here. Let's see what I can do. Okay, so on this. There we go. All right. All right. Let's see what we can do. I don't know if it's bonking time. Bonking time sounds like it's probably not very fun. Let me get a drink of my water real quick. Ah, yummy. Okay. Um, let's just go. Wait, that didn't do a BRB. What the heck? There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to go here. I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring it out. There's a little bit of scuff today. Um. All right. That should be nice and cozy. Do 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 do. So, okay, this is what I have so far. I've traced out the dance moves from my reference GIF. And then my goal is to turn this into Northern. What do we think? You fall with the dance? I feel that. Let me just pull up another image. And bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. And transition. There we go. So that is our little reference right there. And she's just gonna be vibing. She's just gonna be vibing. All right, let's grab my pen. Let's see what we can do. So, first and foremost, something that I need to do before I move on this. Oh, I have to also check something to make sure that I'm in the right categories on Twitch. No, I'm in the wrong ones. I tried to change them last night. Okay, so it should be doing art. Art. This is Photoshop. Because I'm mentally unwell enough to voluntarily use Photoshop to animate GIFs. But what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna start working on my reference sheet. So let's go File, New, and then let's just make a 1080. Ooh, that's an ugly background. Ugly. Ugly, ugly, ugly. And let's just get our eyedropper tool. Grab that color. Paint bucket, boom. Okay. So this is going to be tough. Yeah, well, neither of them are really. I think Krita is actually better for GIFs, if I remember correctly. Photoshop is incredibly obtuse. Photoshop is meant to be for absolutely everything, and it really suffers because of that. Okay. So let's do a couple sketches of this little deer. Ooh, turn my line smoothing up. And then this kind of. Look at myself. Hello, Asana. The reason why I'm using it is just because it's what I use for everything. Do a little Disney smile. Not feeling this head position. Yes, we love the Neko here. Now we get a little nose right here. Ten-watch streak! Yay! Congratulations on the 10-watch streak, Asuna. Yeah. Up this a little bit more. So we're just laying out kind of the layout of this sheet here. Because before I animate this, I want to make some changes to my design. Very minor changes, but changes nonetheless. Okay, so this is like the entire area that we can work with. You figured out your gym stuff? No, that's probably going to happen this week. It's a fun, very, very busy week for me. Yes, I did eat. Of course I ate. I'm a good boy. They say draw what you know. I had toast with peanut butter and a banana and some more num-nums, and I also had, what did I have for breakfast? I think it was like just a sandwich with like meat and cheese. They say draw what you know. And what I know is chiaroscuro. I am a good boy, a good deer who is going to take good care of myself. I'm a very good boy, and I do the best that I can. And let's just mark out this body. Make it kind of work. And maybe we don't want the arm to be tucked in. That'll obscure the design. Thank you for the head pats, Lizzie. All right. Okay, let's work on this. Get a little more zoomed in. I need to rebind that hotkey that just flips the canvas. Because this could be totally off for me. Yeah, it's definitely better that I get like a little bit closer to the screen to make sure that I'm not getting my perspective warped. Hello, Adio. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're just doing some art. How's your day going? Whoop. Thank you for the follow. Oh my goodness. I hope you're having a wonderful day. So what we could do is we could, especially because the legs are like this. Yeah. You just woke up? Well, I hope that you can enjoy the stream. Have a nice time. How do people pose hoofed feet? Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna get real familiar with how to pose these feet soon, aren't I? Because I'm gonna have to animate them. Oh no. Okay, when you're posed like this, this knee is usually slightly lower, but only like barely. And then what we're gonna do here is pose it kind of like that. All right. Whew. I don't draw enough. Anyways, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in and we're gonna fill this in on another layer. So we have a nice clear silhouette base to work with. And then what we're gonna do is we're not gonna finish this ref sheet today. But what we are gonna do is we're gonna dress up this this sort of mannequin here that is supposed to be northern. Because the very bottom half of this design is missing out on a lot of detail. So we're going to take another color on another layer, and we're just going to go over it with that extra color, and we're going to sketch out some design ideas. And just fill it in nice and thick. down here, grab our eraser, size it down quite a bit. I'm just gonna help define these shapes a little bit more. Layer 3, back to our brush, move ourselves to the other side of the color wheel, and we're just going to go a little bit higher in terms of brightness on that. All right. And so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna draw on this deer. We're just gonna mark out the basics of the design. It's 13. Yeah, 13's pretty okay. The flow a bit because we're operating at a very, very, very small brush size. And so here we have the general outfit. So here's the base design. Just a halter kind of style top. And then some black jeans. And they're typically skinny jeans. So I usually go in like kind of... But skinny jeans are basically impossible to get on over hooves, I'm gonna be honest. They probably have a zipper somewhere. But what I'm thinking is maybe something a little bit more dynamic looking. So we could go with like big flouncy pants. Or we could go with like some cute shorts. And then like something up to here. Oh, that's kind of cute. That is kind of cute, isn't it? Probably not a northern design. just make sure that we know exactly where that jawline is. Let's put in big glasses. Because these are also design elements that could impact the rest of the design. So, criticisms that I have of my current design: arms are very bare, but then again, that's what the jacket is for. But I just don't wear the jacket very often because, you know, something that I actually do in real life is I wear a lot of necklaces when I'm feeling confident, like multiple necklaces. Like a choker or something. Very fun. We could do some kind of like wristband kind of thing to the design to break up the major shapes. But that feels like it's too busy for my style. Especially once the design starts layering. So like, yeah, if we put the necklaces back on, and then we put on the jacket. Like, that's kind of cute too. But we're just working on the lower layer right now. And I think we probably want to do something around here. I'm actually, the more that I think about it, the more I'm like, yeah, I like the shorts idea. The little jean shorts. Like, it's kind of serving. And then, like, we can, like, break that up with, like, chains and cards and stuff. I definitely think I want to do something sci-fi around here. Something kind of like that, maybe. And then it would probably... connect along the sides here. I don't know. Kind of like a futuristic hoof covering type thing. I also, my original mock-ups for the design had a little floof window where like little bits of chest floof sort of came out. Don't know if I want to revisit that with the design. And also the circles on the boots kind of balance out the circular sections on the eyes. The more I'm looking at this, the more I like it, which is scary. Because that means I'm getting to a point at which I'm considering actually keeping this as a design element. No, that looked silly. What are we thinking on this?